Welcome back to the Hawks Talk podcast. This is your source for everything about the Upper Valley Nighthawks and the NECBL. This is Season 3, Episode 15, Staff Meeting. I'm your host, Phoebe Winters, joined by Caitlin Beal. Caitlin, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I had a couple days with my family in Maine recently, so that was really nice, but excited to get back into everything and hopefully have a good week of baseball.
We are also joined by our co-assistant general managers, Jacob Ains and Jack Hinckley, and also former Nighthawks broadcaster, Daniel Byford. Welcome to the Hawks Talk. How are you guys doing today?
Doing well. Always nice the morning after a win. Nice day out in White River Junction.
Can't complain. It's always great to come out here after a win and just get our story out here. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Dan, how are you doing?
I'm great. Happy to be here. Thanks.
So, Jack, Jacob, you guys are both assistant general managers for the Nighthawks. Would you mind telling us what this role entails and how you kind of landed in this position with the Nighthawks?
All right. So for myself, I've been working for the Nighthawks in the operations capacity for 3 years now. For the past 2 seasons, I started out as a game day intern, and then I was the game day director. So after a strong season last year, I talked with Matt about the opportunity to work in the assistant general manager department with Jacob, and my primary position with general managing is helping with all the operations on site, as well as dealing with some of the planning and promotion and marketing deals that we have for the All-Star game.
Much like Jack, I'm also in my third year here. I was here in 2022 and 2023, and I started off as a synergy intern. I have a lot of experience with the baseball tech around the ballpark, so my main job is to make sure everything's running smoothly with our baseball operations and analytics team, just to help our players and staff as much as possible throughout the summer.
And now, Jack, you're originally from the Upper Valley. You're about, 5 minutes away from the field. So how excited were you when this team was founded in 2016 right in your backyard?
I was pretty excited to hear about it. I remember when they first started up and coming to games as a kid, it was really exciting just to have a more local baseball team and something to do outside of the Dartmouth athletics here. So it was pretty exciting. And then once I got to school, it was pretty fun to have the opportunity to work with Noah and Matt as well as Jacob. So it's been a great opportunity all along the way, and it's a no-brainer to work for a great organization like that with it in your back door.
And you guys mentioned this is your third year. What made you decide to keep coming back to the Nighthawks? What is it about this program that keeps you coming back?
I think just seeing the progression with our staff. My first year here, we had 6 interns who weren't from the area, and now we're up to 20-something. And just seeing how much things have grown from the broadcast to baseball operations, it's really just rewarding seeing that progression on a yearly basis.
Yeah, I'd have to say the same. Just being from the small town and sort of seeing it progress from the beginning, it's just been really cool with my own, just time as a fan as well as an intern here, to just see the scale and how we've grown. And just from my first year, how small the operation was to now all of us putting on the All-Star event together. So I think just that sense of community and respect has kept me coming back each year.
Now, I'm curious for both of you, have you always been baseball fans?
Yeah, I've always been a baseball fan, but just have a big love for sports, and all around I enjoy any sort of athletics I can watch, and this is one of my favorite sports, so I figured it'd be a great opportunity to work for, and it's paid off so far.
Yeah, I played baseball my whole childhood all the way through high school. And I knew my baseball career was done when high school ended. And after my junior year of college, I was looking for somewhere to work in the summer. And I was looking at summer leagues, and I saw this job posting. I emailed our GM, Matt Wright. He eventually offered me the synergy opening, and I've kind of just fallen in love with this job since.
Where are you originally from?
Edison, New Jersey.
Okay, a little far from home.
Yeah. Now, Jacob, you mentioned that in your role, you support the TrackMan and the synergy aspect. You also spent some time in the NLB as a minor league data coordinator for the Phillies. Could you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Yeah, it was definitely a different environment. It's a lot more independent, that you show up, you have your expectations, you do your job on a daily basis. So it was interesting kind of coming from this place where it's more collaborative and you have a whole team then showing up, and it's a smaller staff out there and you're expected to just do your job. And I think that entering this year, it really helped. And I have brought some of that knowledge and experience to our current staff and giving many tips that I learned last year in that experience.
What's the biggest piece of advice that you've been able to pull from your experience with the Phillies?
I think honestly self-sufficiency, that it's a really critical thing in baseball, and it's a fast-paced environment. Even here, it's a very fast-paced environment. and just showing up every day, knowing what you have to do, knowing how to troubleshoot, especially with technology, things are going to go wrong at some point during the season, and just being able to troubleshoot that on your own and make sure everyone else can still do their work while you fix things is key, especially. And the game's not going to stop. And just knowing how to fix things and not disrupting the entire press box while you do so is big.
And then, Daniel, you were the broadcaster for the Nighthawks in 2019. Could you tell us, what was your summer ball experience with the Nighthawks like?
Sure. I mean, first of all, it was just great to see the level of competition every day. Some of the people, we had on the team that I remember, Jordan DiValerio, Cole Frederick, Garrett Ganglin. Cole hit like 400. And that was just like I was excited every time he came up to the plate. So, and then it really helped back then. Matt Wright was an assistant GM, and he was getting all the advanced stats for me, printing them out before games and providing me with them. And that really, I felt like, added a lot to the broadcast. But it was just really good, high quality baseball, and going on the road with the team and staying home with the team, doing programs, stuff like that. All of it was just a great experience.
And then today, you're an on-air talent for Alpha Media. What was your journey like going from the Nighthawks to where you are today?
So actually, I'm a morning news producer now, but I did move here to be a radio guy, and I still work with that radio station as doing play-by-play. But yeah, it's been a pretty long road. So the year after I was with the Nighthawks, I went down to Nashua and worked in the Futures League for a year as a broadcaster. And then after that, I decided I was going to move to Texas. I didn't really have a plan outside of that, but eventually I ended up working for a company called Vipe and doing play-by-play on mostly football and baseball out there, which was really high-level competition. That was awesome. I was also working at a radio station called 105.3 The Fan, doing something called the Texas State Network, where sports hits on, Texas, Oklahoma, other bordering states were distributed to other radio stations that don't have sports departments in Texas and its surrounding area. And then I did get that job offer from Alpha Media, and I moved out to Missouri. And yeah, I was supposed to make play-by-play my top priority, but I was also doing, day-to-day stuff on a classic rock and classic country station. Now I work in news at a group of stations called News Press now, and I produce the morning shows, but I still do some play-by-play for Alpha, mostly high school and football again, football and baseball, high school football and baseball again, and also I fill in sometimes for the local D2 college, Missouri Western State University. I've called some baseball and softball games over there. And yeah, that's basically the road that I've taken here.
That's awesome. What would you say would be your best piece of advice to aspiring broadcasters?
To stick with it. It's really hard to do it full time. I had the privilege of mostly doing it for full time for a few months, but I also, in between doing it full time and doing it part time, had to work my last couple of months in Texas 7 days a week, 4 jobs, morning, afternoon, night. So you just got to really be driven and interested in doing it.
Kind of to expand off of that, what types of skills do you think are important for broadcasters to have, and any like programs they should learn to use, or any behind the scenes skills as well?
Well, I do think it's pretty valuable to know how to use production stuff, like, for example, production truck or something like that, or even something a little more basic like OBS, because then you can kind of troubleshoot for yourself if you're running into some issues. Obviously, hardware wise, good to know that stuff too. But from a skills standpoint, I think try to anticipate what's going to happen so that you're not surprised if it does happen, situationally, if there's going to be a double play or something like that. I think that helps a lot, just general knowledge. And I think it's always important to have something beyond stats and box score information that you can say about players, especially in baseball, because there can be a long gap in between actual plays occurring. You can have a 3-2 18 pitch count, something like that.
Right. I feel like that's a really good point you make because nowadays I feel like there's a lot of behind the scenes production skills that are required of people. And it's always good to be as well rounded as possible.
Absolutely.
Well, now I'd like to ask all three of you, what has been your best memory from working with the Nighthawks? Jacob, we can start with you.
There's a lot of memories over the years. Honestly, I don't know if I could pick one. There's been a lot of days at the ballpark that are memorable. Jack knows this, staying late at the park with Matt, just cleaning things up, enjoying the time. Summer doesn't last forever. And I think those are the nights I'll remember the most, just after wins, hanging out at the ballpark after. We were there yesterday till 10 o'clock. The game ended at 8:30.
Yeah, around then.
So just a lot of great nights at that ballpark that I'll remember for a while.
Yeah, I'd have to say like the same with Jacob. I feel like there's a lot of great memories that I've had during game itself, but I feel like it's been pretty fun to just sort of stay after and just debrief the game as well as get to know Jacob and Matt a little bit better. So just sort of building better relationships all around and getting to know the staff and sort of making memories through building a relationship is probably my best memory takeaway.
Dan, what about you? What was your best memory with the Nighthawks?
One of the most fun things that happened in the season I was with the Nighthawks is on Dan Bolt, our right fielder's last day with the team before he had to go back home. He got to pitch as a positional player in relief, and he didn't give up any runs in his one inning. So I got to end the inning with Dan Bolt has a 0 ERA. Talk to him about it after the game. That was a lot of fun.
That must have been interesting to call.
Yes, it was.
Did you know before that game that he was going to go in as a relief pitcher, or was it a surprise?
I can't remember if I knew, but someone in the press box, I was talking with them between innings when I saw he was warming up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is the last game." So he wanted to pitch, and he got to, and it went well.
That's awesome. Now, of course, we're hosting the All-Star Game this year, which is a very big deal, and it's the first time we've ever done this. So I'm curious, both of you, what are kind of your roles? What's the preparation been like for this game?
Preparation's been endless, I'd say. Just making sure we leave no stone unturned, making sure we have someone assigned for every task. I think I'll probably have more of a focus on the baseball operation side. We want to make sure TrackMan's up and running for Home Run Derby, make sure Synergy gets through the whole game with no battery issues. We spent 2 hours, I'd say, a couple weeks ago at the ballpark, just going through every single task throughout the day and assigning people to it. We just want to make sure that everything is covered and that there's no possible issues we run into throughout that day.
Yeah, building off what Jacob said, like he'll be handling sort of like the behind the scenes operations while I'll be sort of dealing with the face-to-face things with all the MLB reps and fans coming in. So like we said, we delegated all the tasks. So our all-star game day team, as well as our other interns, will all lend a hand, and I think it'll all run very smoothly.
What do you think fans should expect from the All-Star Game? And Dan, we can start with you. What did you experience in the 2019 All-Star Game?
Well, something that blew me, I was a little surprised in the All-Star Game because I mentioned Jordan DiValerio earlier, and I thought he was throwing, in the high 80s, but I saw him getting it up to like 97. And I was talking with him afterward, and while I was talking with him, a scout came up and decided to talk to him. So you're going to see a bunch of people that are working in Major League Baseball in attendance, and I always think that's really cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm kind of curious, is there much oversight from the NECBL of different requirements for the game, or is it kind of up to whoever is hosting every year?
Yeah, there are requirements. They check in routinely, just make sure we're up to update on everything, make sure things are going smoothly. We have a plan for everything. I think we've done a really good job making sure we have everything in place well in advance. Matt and I talk a lot about it and just make sure we know what we're doing and that we have things ordered that we need to have for the game.
Yeah, I'd say that as well. And I think one exciting part about this All-Star game is it being in the Upper Valley with our little small town of White River Junction, is this will probably be one of the biggest sporting event put on in the town of Hartford. So I think it's something to look forward to for the people of the town, as well as the Nighthawks being able to put our own spin on the Upper Valley and make it a personalized game for the people of the Upper Valley.
Yeah, do you think that's also going to be bringing in tourism for the town?
I'd say so. I'd say there'll be people from all over the NECBL coming in, which will be great exposure for Maxfield Sport Complex, the Nighthawks organization, as well as giving the Upper Valley some more name and credit. So.
Yeah, definitely. It's a beautiful area, so hopefully they'll want to come back afterwards.
All right. Well, now I'd like to introduce a little game to the podcast. Since you guys have such extensive experience with the Nighthawks, I'd like to put your Nighthawks knowledge to the test. We're going to play a round of Nighthawks trivia. You're each going to get some questions about former players and the team as a whole, and whoever can answer the question first will get the point. I've got 10 questions. Is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Ready as I'll be.
Alrighty.
All right. First question. What year was the Nighthawks' most recent Northern Division Championship Series appearance?
2021.
That's right. Jacob gets the point.
Correct. And, all right, moving back to this current season, who is the current Nighthawks batting average leader?
Cole Fellows.
We can split that one.
Yeah, I guess we can give you both the point. Jacob maybe had a little edge on that one.
Jacob's got it.
All right. How many returning players are currently on the 2025 roster?
2. Who am I forgetting?
Is it 4?
No.
Oh, shoot.
Dan, do you have a guess?
3.
Yes!
Split the difference.
Yeah, just split the difference.
Third
Exactly.
time's the charm.
I'll give you guys a bonus point if you can name the 3 returning players.
Tamburo, Fellows. Who am I forgetting?
Bucknell?
Trommer.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. All right, next question. How many Nighthawks from the 2019 season have made it to the pros?
And bonus points if you can throw any names out there.
2?
I want to say 3.
There's
No, 1 for sure.
the most from the 2019 team specifically that have made it to the pros.
7? What around? Oh,
Higher.
As in professional baseball or major league?
As in professional baseball.
Okay. I'm not sure the number.
Dan, any guesses?
I don't know a number. I know a name or maybe 2, but
You
Do you
can
want
give
to
us the names.
throw those names out there?
okay, Jordan DiValerio, Red Sox organization.
Yes, that's one.
And then I don't know if it was the Summer League Bananas or the Independent Bananas, but Cole Frederick played for the Bananas.
Oh, okay. I actually don't have him on my list. I was thinking more professional outside of Banana Ball. All right. So the answer is 9 from that 2019 season have gone on to professional baseball. We have Paxton Thompson, Brooks Goswin, Aaron Haas, Devin Beckley, Aaron Ernst, Adam Smith, Andrew Cassetti, Jordan DeValerio, and Anthony Kieran.
I think I made that list that you're looking at.
First
Not great.
The one on the website.
You should have known
morning.
that.
All right.
All right, no points for that one.
Which Nighthawk made his MLB debut earlier this season with the Toronto Blue Jays?
Alan Roden.
Yep.
Correct. I think you're in the lead right now, Jacob. All right, this should be an easy one. What year were the Nighthawks founded?
2015. Oh wait,
2016.
16.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry. Whoops.
2016. Point to Jacob.
All right. So Noah Crane founded the Nighthawks in 2016, but prior to the Nighthawks, he ran a different summer baseball team. What was the name of that team?
Was it the Muskrats?
It was. Do you know the
Yes.
city?
Winnipesaukee.
I think it's Laconia.
Oh, yeah.
Laconia Muskrats.
But the Winnipesaukee Muskrats used to be a part of the NECBL
Really?
in the Northern Division.
Interesting. All right, point for Dan. All right, What is the name of the Nighthawks mascot?
Screech.
Yeah.
He wore the
Correct.
head yesterday. That's unfair.
So you were in the race yesterday.
I was the Nighthawk yesterday.
How was that experience?
It was great. I figured out I'd put on for Screech, and Screech showed no mercy and won.
You won?
I'm
Great.
very proud of it.
Against what, like 7-year-olds? Or?
Yes.
To be fair, you lost to 7-year-olds and didn't do that.
Oh, I did lose.
No, they did.
No, I also did last year.
They're surprisingly fast. All right.
Okay, they were all falling over before, so I feel like they should have been disqualified from the Dizzy Bat because I stayed up and then I fell when I was running afterwards.
Yeah, Dizzy Bat is a Nighthawk classic. Once you do it, it's a humbling experience, but
It
it's a
was-
fun
It was
experience
so
to say the
humbling.
least.
I was dizzy after the first turn, and I was like, this is not going to go well.
No, I was so overconfident, but I was about to fall over.
It's the longest count to 10 you'll ever have
It
in
is,
your
it
entire
is.
life.
It's funny because the count to 10 takes our entire commercial break, which is 60 seconds. So it's a very long. Did the Screech head, how was that? Did it smell at all?
The Screech head smelled pretty good yesterday.
Okay,
That's
good.
No complaints. Had a great time wearing it, but might be retiring from the Screech head.
Yeah.
He's lying.
I'll probably have it on at some point.
You'll probably have it on again at
We need
Friday.
someone else to fill in for the race.
I'm more than happy to keep doing it because it's always fun to just do whatever is needed around the ballpark. And
Jacob next.
No, zero chance. Post game, he says to us, "My head is still itching."
And you said no complaints, but that
yeah, I mean, besides that.
Not really a complaint, more of a concern.
Yeah, it was more of a concern.
Dan, would you ever travel back up to take on the Screech head?
I'd have to think about that. Yeah, I mean that could be some fun. My sister, she works at Dartmouth now, so I can
ooh,
stay with her or something.
yeah, come visit. Do a little race with the street head on.
Screech relay.
Exactly. All right, we've gotten sidetracked here.
We've got just 2 more questions. So number 9, which former Nighthawk is a current member of the coaching staff? And I'll give you a bonus point if you can name which season he played.
Darius Myers in 2022 and 2023.
Yep. It's 2 more
Nice.
points.
Wait, so is that 3 points total or 2 points?
That's 2 points.
Okay, 2 points. Okay. All right, last question. Which 2019 pitcher was named the Joe Nathan Top Relief Pitcher?
Is it Corley Woods?
No.
I'll give you guys a hint. He attended Wichita State and was drafted by the Detroit Tigers in
yeah.
2021.
Aaron Haase.
Yes, correct.
All right. Well, thank you guys for playing our little Nighthawks trivia game. Jacob, I think you were the clear winner of that. We'll have to go back and count up the points, but
I feel like you've got at least 4 probably, so.
He won by a landslide.
all right. Well, you guys mentioned it coming into today. Nighthawks picked up a huge win over the Waves, 9-6 last night. Definitely felt good after how we've seen the season kind of go. What are you guys' predictions for the remainder of the season, starting with tomorrow's game with the Vermont Mountaineers?
Yeah, I'm optimistic. I think the guys play hard. We've seen throughout the season they'll fight when they're down, which I think is a big thing in summer ball. Just try playing hard for 9 innings no matter what the score is. So I'm optimistic for the rest of the year. We've got some new guys coming in soon. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, like building off what Jacob said, I think just keeping that hope of optimism going. I think all the guys are starting to really buy in because we're halfway through the season, and if you still want to be here, you're here. So I think it's just buying in for that playoff run, and also getting some new arms and everything will help build off of that as well.
Now, you guys have been with the Nighthawks for a couple years now, seeing the organization grow, especially, as Jacob said, from 6 interns to now
I believe 28, around
28.
there.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people now. Where do you see the Nighthawks organization growing and yourselves with it?
I think it'll just continue to get bigger. I think every year we've kind of thought maybe this is the ceiling, and then we top it the next year, and it started in 2022. And it's just been great to watch, and I think we can continue to grow and just get better and better at everything.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Just the continued growth as well. Like I wouldn't from my time starting in 22, it's just crazy to see that we're now hosting an all-star game and having this big staff to cater to that. So I feel like based off this exposure, we're only going to get bigger and better and see more and more fans come to the Max, as well as more interns as well.
Exactly.
And then I'm curious, since all three of you have had an experience with the Nighthawks going through a season, what's your advice for staff and players going through this midpoint of the season to keep going till the end?
I think it's just embracing the grind. It's a long season. It gets hot out. It's a job that's outdoors largely. It's a long season. And I think that you kind of have to just enjoy the grind to get through it. My third year here, I've learned to love it. And I think that's the biggest thing for staff, especially you just finished up your school year, you're here for the summer. Just embrace it.
Yeah, I think just making sure to keep that positive outlook on the season. Like everyone's here to help you as well as myself or anybody who needs it, and just making sure that you're buying in. Like, be as long as you're committed, everyone's committed to you, and the season will run perfect.
Yeah, just enjoy it while it lasts. It's going to go, it seems like a lot, seems like a gauntlet, but it does go by very, very quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And now, again, looking to the future for you guys, what are your career goals? Where could you see yourself ending up?
I'd love to be working in professional sports in some capacity, most likely in a marketing department role, sort of like account executive. That's sort of what I've been looking at post Nighthawks, but always open to a return to the nest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'd love to work full time in sports, just in baseball. I got a taste of it last year at the Phillies. It's just something I would really love to do long term. I think I'm capable of doing it. I got a lot of experience here. That's been really valuable. I've been able to develop my skills professionally and baseball wise.
Now, Dan, I know you're working full time. Any future goals for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I certainly would like to, end up being, I think, regardless, college, pros, anything, I would love to be some team's voice and just be able to focus on that. That would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, with that, I think that's going to conclude Season 3, Episode 15 of the Hawks Talk podcast staff meeting. I want to give a huge thank you to Dan Byford, Jacob Ains, and Jack Hinckley for joining us today. And thank you to everyone for tuning into this episode. Caitlin, Greg, and I have a lot of excitement planned for the podcast this season. I want to thank Caitlin Beal for joining me on the podcast. I'm Phoebe Winters, and this has been the Hawks Talk podcast.